What's up, everybody? I'm Josh Meek, the Uber Geek. Welcome to Pretty Dece, your daily entertainment and pop culture show. Today on the show, I want to talk about a video game that I just saw the debut trailer for, came out this week. That game is Override Mech City Brawl, and it looks awesome. So it's the debut trailer, it's this new fighting game, it's coming out later this year for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And you get to control giant robot mechs in this game. These mechs are fighting across cities, they're knocking down buildings, they're wreaking crazy havoc. There are one-on-one fights, so you and your mech versus another mech. There are 4-player fights, which are a bit more hectic and kind of more of a party mode. There's a story mode, but more importantly, there is a mode where you and 3 other friends control different parts of the same mech. So 4 people, 1 mech. That seems insane and awesome and ridiculous. Think something like Power Rangers, where the separate robots come together into one, or like Voltron. Basically, 1 player controls the legs, 1 player controls the left arm, 1 the right arm, and 1 player pilots. So I'm not sure exactly gameplay-wise how that works out. Obviously, if I control the right arm, I can punch with that right arm. I'm not sure what the pilot does versus what the person controlling the legs do, but it sounds awesome. Working together with 3 other people to control 1 giant robot is kind of the stuff that science fiction dreams are made of. It sounds ridiculous, hilarious. I'm really excited to play that myself and to go up against other 4-people teams. And I'm really excited to watch people stream this game. It seems like it'd be really good to kind of watch 4 streamers that you know and love going up against randoms, trying to form their best kind of 4-person mech that they possibly can. It sounds amazing, and I'm really excited for that feature of the game, even if it is kind of maybe a little small piece of the game. Now, gameplay-wise, these mechs fighting remind me a little bit of like Virtual On, if that's a game that you are familiar with. It's a 3D world where you're kind of moving around and dashing around, shooting at your opponent while also trying to dodge the attacks that your opponent are firing at you. It looks like the main goal of the game is going to be about kind of controlling the distance between you and the opponent, closing the gap when it's beneficial for you if you are a close-range mech, and dodging attacks and trying to build distance if you're more of a long-range focused mech. Also, visually, it reminds me a little bit about ARMS, which is a game, of course, for the Switch that I truly, truly love. So behind-the-back 3D combat in a 3D arena is very reminiscent of ARMS, and this looks like it could have a little bit in common with it there. So obviously, I'm very excited. Now, style-wise, even though this is kind of an alpha, we're still a ways away from this game being completed, they are knocking it out of the park so far. There's going to be 12 mechs in the game, and I just want to run down just a few of them that I found super cool. There's Raka, who's an Aztec-inspired kind of heavy hitter mech. There's Kokata, this kind of future frog, sleek robot with jump jets. There's Watchbot, who's basically a Gundam. He looks awesome. He has laser swords. Vidar is more or less a druid. His kind of stylings are very much like an elf or some other fantasy character. He's carrying a bow. Very, very neat looking. Metagekken is essentially Mecha Godzilla. It's a Godzilla-esque robot. Looks like a giant dinosaur. Very sweet, kind of red, really cool looking. Pescado, who might be my favorite one of all, is a luchador fish, giant robot. And then, of course, Vintage, who I think will be lots of people's favorites. He's kind of a retro computer-inspired mech, seemingly made out of kind of cast-off computer parts. He's actually got this really awesome cartridge animation where he pulls his cartridge out and blows on it like you would if it was an old NES cartridge, and then sticks it into kind of his mainframe as he boots up. Very cool, really awesome style, really awesome art. I'm loving the design of all of their mechs, and I really can't wait to get in and kind of try them out. Now, this game is being made by a game development studio called The Balance, which honestly is a studio that I'd never heard of. They've done a couple mobile games, nothing really big. This is definitely going to be the biggest project that it seems like they have worked on. but I'm definitely stoked for this game. It looks kind of unlike anything we've gotten recently, and I'm really excited to play it. So it'll be out later this year. There's a beta sign up right now if you want to go check that out, but definitely keep your eye on this game. So that's going to do it for Pretty Dece for today. Thank you very much for joining me to talk about Override, this cool looking mech game. If you like this show and you want to see more, new episodes of Pretty Dece premiere weekdays at 8 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/PrettyDeceShow. You can also check out these daily episodes on the podcast feed or on the YouTube channel. You can find that by going to PrettyDeceShow.com/video. And of course, you can follow me on social media. You can find me on Facebook and Twitter at Pretty Dece Show.